Nobody has said that the Honorable Bryan Acheampong should not do business. When he was building Rock City, did you hear anybody protesting? He's buying private hotels, announcing them regularly. Who has protested? There's been a lot of red herring and deliberate ad hominem fallacy that Egyapa Mercer has engaged in this morning. This issue is not about SSNIT selling. That's not what this issue has been about. This issue is fundamentally a conflict of interest matter. We are saying that public officials should stay away from the purchase of state assets.
He tells you there's no law against that.
All this, it is not for him to determine. That's why I've gone to Shraj. If the Constitution thought that members of parliament who are lawyers could be the final say, the Constitution will have said that. The Constitution says the forum is Shraj. He's not the Shraj commissioner. He doesn't have a final say on this matter.
But that's a fact, right? The law does not prohibit a public official from participating in public transactions.
But the law provides mechanisms. What you must do, go through a particular committee, get a certificate from the speaker. The Honorable Bryan Acheampong has confirmed on this station that he hasn't done any of that. He spoke on the Super Morning Show.
He's showing you the remedy for that.
He hasn't done any of that.
The remedy for that.
Article 284 says that don't have any semblance. Look, everything can appear okay, but would not be expedient. Article 284 is clear. Directly or indirectly, even the possibility in the future.
That's right.
You know, and I have read what the commission has held when it comes to conflict of interest. It's a very high bar. Public officials, I'm not aware of any country in this world where they practice good governance, where public officials who are taking the decisions about the sale of these assets are allowed to buy these assets from their colleagues. And you have a colleague cabinet minister who comes here to defend his colleague.
I don't want to be interrupting, but he's pointing you to the conflict of interest rules, which includes disclosure, recusal, and sometimes at worst, resignation.
And he has not provided any evidence that those rules have been complied with.
And you have not provided any evidence that those rules have been infringed. That he participated in the process in a manner that he's conflicted.
Have you read the full Shraj petition? Right from the beginning, what you must do as a public official, if you are MP, if you are minister, I've provided evidence that he hasn't complied with that under Article 78 and Article 98.
That's noted.
I have also provided evidence of insider dealing at Shraj.
Insider dealing?
Yes. I have also provided evidence of arm twisting. If you look at the case of Ridge Royal, how the 1st April 1999 resolution of the directors was flagrantly disregarded in this matter. I've provided all of that. I've provided evidence of how the procurement process changed, strangely, from 6 hotels to 4. Leaving out Buzia and Trust, the 2 hotels that were not really, juicy, if you look at the books, which should have necessarily mandated a fresh start of the procurement process. All of that has been provided to Shraj. I have also provided evidence of how this whole deal, no value for money is guaranteed. I have submitted to Shraj the memos from SSNIT, including the valuation report, which revealed that these 4 hotels, after the procurement laws were mutilated and violated, and it was changed to 4, that 4 hotels should have, the fair market value should have been $121 million. I've provided evidence that the Honorable Bryan Acheampong is offering $61 million, just half the price. All of these matters
that amount
will be looked.
It's not upfront.
It's not upfront. It's over a 3-year period. You take the case of Elmina, for example. The valuation report says it should go for not less than $7.5 million. Bryan Acheampong is offering $2 million. You take La Palm Royal. The valuation report says that don't go below $47 million. He's offering $31 million. I've provided all of that. And I'm saying that this has all the characteristics, all the trappings of a powerful insider who is having his way. Then, to strengthen that point, I've also gone into a similar transaction when he purchased SSNIT's 25% shares in the Grand Regency Hotel in Kumasi. According to the minutes I've submitted to Shraj, if you read the minutes carefully and the final offer of Rock City, the valuation report said that 25% shares should be valued at 8.6 million Ghana cedis for 25% shares. Rock City refused to pay the fair market value. They refused and only offered 7.4 million in installments. The Ghanaian worker was shortchanged by 1.2 million Ghana cedis. And that's what I call the unholy alliance between SSNIT and Rock City. And I've made all of that case at Shraj. So you see a consistent pattern where value for money is not guaranteed, rules are not followed, procurement laws are breached, and there is total disregard, for due process. And others cannot compete. If you look at how the rules keep changing.
The evidence shows it was an open process. And eventually there were some 9 and eventually trimmed down to 6, competitors, so to speak.
Yes, SSNIT has put out that report. And it's interesting when you look at the 6 shortlisted companies. Very, very interesting, which includes Spartan Ives, the same guys, the Blay brothers who have taken over the Labadi Beachfront. They are in that 6 shortlists. Also,
Freddie Blay has been explaining that to the media and asking the same questions. SSNIT has a board. So what is all this hula baloo about? If the board finds that we are opening base for something and this is good for us and they take it, why are we up in arms?
Let me state here that Freddie Blay is board chair of GMPC. We seem to hear him more on the SSNIT board than on GMPC. I wonder what his interest is. Is it because his sons are doing business at the beachfront, hijacked the beachfront?
In any case, that's also a matter in the courts.
Is it because they set up Spartan Ives, which sought to take over these hotels and is amongst the 6 shortlisted companies? His children are adults. He should allow his children to speak and stop distracting us. Look, if you even pay regard to organized labor's concerns in their May 20 statement, very revealing. Organized labor informs us that the original proposal of the sale of SSNIT's interest in the 6 hotels was reduced to 4. We hold the view that this renders the whole process null and void. And this is the point I was making earlier. Then, organized labor is also revealing, you remember they have reps on the board, that the proposed payment terms have been varied from the original MOU based on the recommendation of the transaction advisor.
Abraham Kumsin is joining us. He's on.
And this is
Acheampong is also joining us.
And this is a transaction advisor. Don't forget, we have spent $500,000, $491,000 engaging. And if we won't take the advice, if their recommendation, the fair market value, will not be
the
complied
little point
with.
I need you to get to before I bring in these other guests is what has happened in the last few days. Bryan Acheampong has accused you of just peddling falsehood about Rock City's
filings at the GRA.
Financials as far as the GRA is concerned, and has dared you that you don't have any evidence. If you have them, show them. He's going to give you a gift of a house in Trazaco and even give you his hotel in Akosombo.
In Akosombo, yes, yes. So I listened to him.
Very briefly.
And he was categorical that I have nothing. I don't have the filings and I have no documents from GRA. I'll give you a copy. These are the documents. I have all the filings. And yesterday on another program, I gave a copy to the Honorable,
I have it here.
to the Honorable Egyapa Mercer. All his filings from 2021 to 2024. So he is wrong. And if you go through the filings, this is not a company which is in a better financial position than Labadi Beach Hotel. From if you look at 2021, 2021, they themselves went to the GRA and said that we don't expect to make profit in 2021. 2 years later,
that's not the same as a company making losses.
Yes, but so no profits. Then 2 years later, they said that look, we had some two withholding tax credits, so give that to us. Just about 20,000 Ghana cedis for 2021. So no profits. You come to 2022, and 2022, no filings at all. This is a company coming to teach Labadi, Lapam & Co. best corporate, governance.
So you are reading their 2022 filings, and you say 2022 no filings. How do you say that?
Yes. So in 2022, according to the report we have here, and you will understand why I said that. So they didn't file returns for the whole year. Then after my expose, I'm going to Shraj on the 17th of May, 2024. A few days after, they rushed to Shraj on the 23rd of May, 2024.
They rushed to
GRA, pardon me. They rushed to GRA on the 23rd of May, 2024. And they said that, look, 2022, we didn't make profits. Then they go back, based on all the discussions going on in the country, on the same 23rd May 2024, and say that, look, actually, we think that you can process us for a liability of 383,000. And GRA imposes a penalty on them that for 2 years, you didn't come to honor your tax.
So the 2022 filing
was done.
Did you say plus 2021 or just 2022?
So 2022. So 2021, they did it in 2023, 2 years after.
Right.
Then 2022, they did it in 2024, 23rd May 2024. They were fined a corporate income tax penalty.
This coincided with after you have filed your complaint as Shraj.
Yes.
It could be a mere coincidence. You don't think so?
Mere coincidence. Interesting. And that they were very busy on the 23rd of May 2024 because for the 2024 as well, that is when they went to Shraj and, GRA. Why do I keep saying Shraj? They went to GRA and asked that they alter their records. They do a debit adjustment, even though they had estimated that they will make losses in 2024. So you see, we wish Rock City well, but their records at GRA does not show.
Tell me this. Hold on a minute. There's something interesting here.
Yes.
The 2022 filing is done
in 2024.
In 2024 of May, is that?
Yes, of May, 23rd May 2024.
Okay, when did they put in their bid for the hotels?
Interesting. In March 2022.
March 2022?
Yes.
That would mean that they didn't have a tax clearance certificate.
Yes, they didn't have a tax clearance certificate.
Okay, so we need some explanation there because I have sat on a procurement entity before as its lawyer. Yes. When we are going through the process, the first things we take and we disqualify tax clearance, SSNIT, certificates, those things.
Yes.
This cannot be possible.
So they should have been disqualified ab initio. And all of this evidence is before Shraj. So we are waiting for the Shraj report. It will be revealing. Because how do you allow them to qualify for the process without a tax clearance certificate? They can't say that they relied on the 2021 one because even the 2021 one, they filed in 2023 after the process. So what's going on here?
Okay.
And let me quickly debunk this claim that look.
Very quickly, because my other guests have been
SSNIT
on the line for a while.
Wants to save us. He's gone on a campaign of workers should be concerned that we are not getting returns on our money. I have here an extract from the SIGA report. The worst performing SSNIT investment is STC. STC has 80%. SSNIT has 80% shares in STC. If you look at the SIGA report, in 2017, STC made a loss of 28.9 million. 2018, 18.1 million. 2019, 27.9 million. In 2020, 32.5 million. In 2021, 52.5 million. SIGA is reporting that STC is making losses. The hemorrhage there is at an average of 32 million Ghana cedis. if this is about, as Egyapa Mercer is claiming, if it is about SSNIT wanting to save worker investments, they should have been starting from SEC. But clearly, it's not profitable.
All right, so
you don't have a Labadi.
The GRA too appears would have to answer some questions.
I know the guests have been waiting, but it's important.
Quickly.
Yesterday, I advised him. He didn't take it.
What did you tell him?
I told him that he should be cautious in putting people's integrity on the line when his facts can be questioned.
Okay, let's question the
Because, you see, thankfully, you are a lawyer. You made a categorical allegation on your program with Semi Jimfi that Rock City made losses in 2023. It turns out that Rock City has not even filed its annual returns for 2023. They have written to the GRA tax office, sought an extension for them to file their corporate accounts, where you see their profit and loss and the taxes that they pay.
You clearly are not reading the document.
Please, I will come there. And I will expose the deception.
Please don't interrupt him. Let's hear him.
You go ahead.
They've written a letter to the tax office to extend it to end of June. So they haven't filed for 2023. So how do you determine that they made losses in 2023? You go and take this document.
Here, he hasn't said they made loss. He points out that they indicated that they were not going to make profit.
Yes. Read page 1 of 14 of 2023. Read it.
You see,
they went to GRA.
I recall when he said it. I said this whole making profit is not the same as making profit.
Exactly.
You see, withholding tax credit form. 12 February, 8 March 2024. This is the select
20th April,
assessment year. February, withholding tax all through. You go to page 2, withholding tax. Is it profit and loss?
You give me one.
Go to 20th April 2023. I thought
Samson, withholding tax.
No.
Withholding tax.
Okay.
Withholding tax, page 3. Then you come.
Okay.
CIT, because the withholding tax, right, is what is used to offset whatever profits that you make. And so you look at the corporate tax income CIT totals. 543,791. He says this demonstrates that company has made losses. Go to the next page, PAYE. Then this is what they've paid January, February, March, and the total pay as you earn total for the up to May is 256. Then the next column, withholding tax.
Income tax, and you are talking about withholding tax.
Where is the corporate income tax? They have not filed their accounts
entry
for 2020.
Number 5.
Entry number what?
They went to the GRA.
Were you there? Does it say so?
Yes, 20th April.
What?
Why? Are you?
Read it.
Are you blind?
Read it.
20th April 2023, the process returns for 2023, reference number C006446833R001. They told the GRA they anticipate that they will not make profit in 2023.
You can interpret this to mean
yes, that's what it means.
GRA.
Yes, that is what it is. That's what the entry is.
Thankfully,
read the document.
Not a problem. You can do your propaganda.
I mean, you keep shifting the goalposts.
Look,
first you say I have nothing.
Because
there are no
you
documents.
Look at it, you see withholding tax totals. You see value-added tax standard totals.
Okay,
this is the document that you are holding. NHIS Get Fund COVID-19 totals.
But the entry clearly says it's not going to make profit.
It's not going to make profit.
That's what he's saying.
No,
which I say is not the same as making a loss.
Yes. Where does it say so? Unless I don't understand English. He says process returns for 2024. Does it say that I'm not making losses or I'm making profit? Is that the interpretation of these words?
That is it. That you will not make profit for the year.
Are you serious?
That's what it is. You haven't made profit for the first quarter.
But
you don't anticipate that you make profit.
In any event,
he speaks about the filing.
Yes.
He speaks about the filing which they went back to update.
Not the problem.
Where initially they said they were not going to make profit, and then went back and said we think we are making something, so change that for us.
Okay. You are a corporate lawyer. You work with GRA. You work for companies that work with GRA. Every year they make an assessment of your taxes and apply it up front.
That's correct.
So you can't go assuming, and I'm not speaking to this because I don't have the facts.
Yeah.
So you can't go and challenge the assessment that they made that, hey, per my operations.
You certainly can.
Yeah, you can.
Does it show that you are profitable or unprofitable at that point.
Okay, that's a point I've
Because
already raised.
you can only establish the profitability when they file their annual returns.
The company you speak for,
And they have not filed
where
it.
did they get their tax clearance certificate to participate in the bid? Where did they get it from?
Ask the issuer, not me.
You are speaking for the
Because tax clearance,
he raised an
they
issue.
pay taxes. Pay as you earn.
Where is the tax clearance certificate?
VAT, all of it is in the document that he is holding. Oh, this document that he gave me yesterday. You can have a copy and glance through.
No, but he's pointing to in May when they filed 2022.
See.
And in 2021, which was filed in 2023. So the question is, at the time they were putting in the bid, did they have a tax clearance certificate, valid one for the period?
But if it was part of the eligibility criteria, then you expect that. Look,
it is always standard. It's always tax, SNIT. They are always standard.
I agree.
Yeah. But we take them and we disqualify.
So for you and I, who only pay PAYE,
right?
If you go for a tax clearance certificate, it will indicate whether you've paid those your personal income taxes.
Right.
For companies that pay as you earn, who pay VAT, who pay NHIS, who pay all of that. They will indicate in the columns the taxes that you've paid on each item and for the period.
Only when you have filed your returns.
Oh,
but
you see, withholding tax is filed monthly.
We are not being fair to our guests on the line.
VAT is filed monthly.
Okay.
Your profit, corporate income tax. I'm speaking to fact. And you know it.
Please don't interject him that way.
Corporate income tax returns is filed annually.
Yes. That's correct.
And I'm saying to you, for the record, that the assertion that you made on your show with Sami Jemfi that in 2023, Rock City made losses is false because they haven't even filed their
so that's the point you've already made. Let me go to the line.